I've been doing a lot of thinking in the last few years about the ego, and this is more an Eastern ego than it is a Freudian ego, and how the abuse experience formed the ego that I now have and informed it, and I created a box within which I lived. And I'm going to have to look to remind myself the corners of this box. So the corners of the box are shame, fear, judgment, and powerlessness. And how all of the experience that I had took place within this box and informed the decisions I made and the way I looked at the world and the beliefs that I had about myself and the world and the feelings that were unprocessed all lived inside this box. And so we're not only taught certain things about ourselves in the world, but we're taught how to keep ourselves trapped in that place through a feeling of powerlessness or a feeling of shame or a feeling of fear and constant self-judgment, which just keeps us spinning in this place, and this is where we live, inside this container. And so the ego that I have was formed out of these experiences and existed inside this container, and I was very rarely able to step outside of that. But at other times, there would be these moments of connection and transcendence where it was like, I don't know how I got there, but it was an understanding that there was actually another way to be, even if I was only there, 1% of the time, or 0.5% of the time. It was like, that was just unbelievable, a feeling of love or connectedness or empowerment or compassion. As I'm spending more and more time not in the trapped container, but in this other box, which isn't really a box, it's expansive, it's connected, it's lovely, it's wonderful, it's healing, it's whole. It does have certain characteristics, I think, and they are, if you had corners to it, it would be love, acceptance, forgiveness, and compassion. And when we think about our higher selves or our divinity, we start to think, I think, get into those qualities a little bit more. And I've always been it's always been difficult, because when I am acting out of the damaged parts of myself, I'm not connected to my divinity in any way. I can't access the strength that might bring me. I can't feel that unity, that oneness, or any of those things.